Good evening, friends. Today I'll be talking about the last rule. It's not a rule, in fact, it is just the reality or the most factual realization if I have come to understand in my life or experience that thing. So, in my uh, attempt to discuss, talk all rules in changing the rules, changing, I'll just go through again one by one last time. First, I is a disease that behavior change can really cure. Second, I talked the pick the right thing to change. Then a third rule I talked about don't delude yourself about what you really must change. Fourth thing I talked about don't hide from the truth you need to hear. Rule number five there is no ideal behavior, I'm convinced. Rule number six if you can measure it, I said you can achieve it. Rule number seven we talked about. Yes, we talked yesterday. That's monetize the results and creates a solution. And today I'm going to talk about. You may take it as a rule number eight or the last rule, but for me, it is one of the greatest reality for people who want to change for better, change their interpersonal relationships, and that is that the best time to change, my friend, is right now. There is no other better time. You should have an intense desire to change, firstly, and and be convinced that this is the right moment if you really wish to change. I have been speaking over the many years, and I must have addressed far too many gatherings, far too many lectures, training sessions, motivating students, professionals, interacting them, conducting workshops, and I have come to a firm understanding, and it's a very big percentage which I realize only 70% of my audiences or the people who I'm talking to have ever followed through on what they have learned actually and did something about it. Some they implemented those things in their lives or in their interaction with people, and they found results. And 30% of the people who just couldn't care less, they hear, although they commit before the training session or the discussions or the workshops, that whatever going to they hear or understand, they're going to implement. They fail their commitments, and I feel, my friends, that 30% is the non-compliance rate in any of my training talks and workshops. If you have come to uh, my last rule, I feel, after if you have heard all my those seven rules earlier, and you have reached till here, till the last rule, my friend, I am more than convinced, and I am saying you that you will sincerely do something about what I have talked about, you have spoken to you, and try to build up your interpersonal relationship and become a better human being, surely. I know it's damn difficult to stop punishing the messenger, but I am resigned to the fact that many listeners, most most of the listeners who are listening to me now or later on when they hear, they will certainly do something about it and try and implement and bring better and bring peace, happiness, and perfection. Try and improvement in the environment, my friend. Why I say, if you want to change, last rule. So there is no best time to change is now. Is that you consider those 30% of people, the failures who don't do anything about it. When you talk to them, when you meet them, interact them, those who do not do anything, I have realized that they are, even these people, they are no worse as human being than the people who change, who implement these rules or try and attempt to improve their interpersonal relationships. They are no less intelligent. They're equally intelligent. They have about the same values actually. They share the same values, same IQ. Then the question comes in any logical mind. Then why don't they do what they committed to do? And after great analysis of thinking, the answer comes to my mind is only one, that they found they believe to live in a dream world. What is the dream? You ask them, they will have a simple answer. They have been too busy in activity A, B, C. Someone will blame the weather. It's too hot, it's too cold, too rainy. You see, someone will tell you the discomforts in the home atmosphere, professional problems, personal problems, social problems. Someone will have the family problems or something. Let this happen, then I'll start. I'm too busy now. I could not spare time. My friend, there's an old saying, and you all know it, that there is no tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes at all. You really want to do it, then you have to do it despite all this, despite whatever is happening around you, and you just have to do it. Then only you can bring change in your interpersonal relationship, in your life, or you can adapt to these values I have spoken about. Then how do you get out of this dream? If this is a dream, it's a dream world, my friend. Those people who don't do anything, they live always in a perpetual state of dreaming. And this is the time. That's why I say, we have to kick them hard to get out of their slumber. And this is the time to stop dreaming of a time, my friend, when you won't be busy, when you have an ideal situation, when everything will be settled for you to do something new. My friend, that's it. That day will never comes and will never be there, because this time, with that particular time, ideal time, will never come. It's your damn dream, but my friend, remember, it's also a mirage. I have learned a very hard lesson all my life while trying to help real people. I have been helped by so many people to become whatever I am. I am not born like the way I am. I come from a very humble family and a very difficult environment. But there has to be far too many people in my life who came, men and women, who influenced me, motivated me, and forced me to think and change. I'm so grateful to all of them. That I have learned a hard lesson from all these trying times and helping to change people, change real behavior in the real world. There is no couple of weeks or a month or 2 months. Look at the trend line, my friend. Sanity doesn't prevail anywhere. There is a good chance, if you are too busy today, that tomorrow will be more crazier than today. There is a good chance. So, my friend, my last rule, my last humble request of this changing rule session of 8 days is that you want to change and do anything about change now. Thank you very much.